Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Dr. Vicky Thomas joining us today. We're excited to have her from Oklahoma Hypnosis Centers.com. That's right, based out of Lancaster, California, and another location in Norman, Oklahoma. Rev It Up Hypnosis Centers really can help so many with the work she does. And we're excited to have her back here to talk more about her mentorship, her career coaching, our health, personal growth, everything that could help with this, again, when it comes to hypnosis. Welcome back. How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm doing great. Where on the world are you today? Tell us.
I am in Lancaster, California today for another week or two.
Amazing. Well, good for you. Enjoying the beautiful weather, I'm hoping.
It is gorgeous today, but it has been a little bit up and down, but that's okay. I love weather changes. I do.
Beautiful. We're excited to have you back. For those new time listeners, tell us a little bit about your centers and what Rev It Up is all about.
Well, we started 25 years ago, and I main things that we work with are weight loss, smoking, and stress, but I would say all that entails, because those three things cover so many parts of life. Stress is a big one now. And okay, so I'm almost retirement age, and a year and a half ago, people were starting to say, "Oh, you can retire," and I'm like, I cannot imagine like growing old with my husband sitting in front of a TV. So I said no, and I went to Norman, Oklahoma, and opened a new office there, which is doing really well. And so I am spreading the news about hypnosis, and I train hypnotists nationwide. And like tonight, I'm actually at 10:30 tonight. I'm actually talking with one of my students who's now in Dubai, and have hypnotists that I've helped train in Canada. So it's kind of a big thing. I'm kind of like we're kind of spreading nationwide. How's that?
Perfect. Thank you
Is
so
that
much.
enough to like riff on? Like that's like a lot of information, but
It is, but we love it. So thank you for sharing. What did you have in mind for us today? Because there's so much that you can do and you do to help
I,
people.
I think I wanted to talk about mentorship
Okay,
and the teaching of hypnosis,
sure.
because in my career I've helped thousands of people. There's no doubt, and I have their testimonials all over my wall out there. And but I can't help them all. Like even in each area that I'm in, I'm only one person. So if I can maybe stretch myself and see 30 people a week,
Yeah.
then that's not a lot. So I've been training hypnotists. I've got a couple in each area right now ready to help me out in my office. The students that really want to become hypnotists and are passionate about it are going to help me step in, and we're just expanding that. Like I have expansion ideas that I you can't hold me down.
Love
So
it.
teaching so that they can help. And then if they can take 30, and then if that next person can take 30, we can really help a lot of people.
And the work that you're doing, it's good to hear. So you're helping, I mean, there's so many different ways that hypnosis can help people. Did you want to elaborate on some of them for us?
Well, I think, okay,
It's
every area has different trends, and
okay.
they'll kind of come and go. Like once in a while, it'll be all about weight loss, and every client that comes in, it's about weight loss. And then it'll be all about smoking, and then it'll be all
Hmm,
about stress. So they go in waves. Like right now in California, we're seeing a lot of stress. And I have to say that's probably nationwide.
okay.
And we touched on this last time we talked about, women who have to support the family financially, so they have to work. They want a family, so they have to take care of the family. They yeah, I mean, these women are stressed. So that's kind of I think the pocket I'm working with in California. In Oklahoma, it seems to be more about smokers. And if you think of the rough, tough cowboy life, and
Hmm,
it's a little bit more earthy and grounded in Oklahoma.
okay.
And so we're getting a lot of smokers there. Although, we everything else feeds in. I've got weight loss clients, I've got stress clients. I think every single client has some form of stress. whether it's stress about their weight or stress about smoking or stress about
Imagine
family.
being stress
stress-
free. I don't know if that's possible. Is it? Ah.
How do you de-stress people?
Oh no, I'm just
You're-
saying, imagine to be stress free. Imagine a life without
oh,
stress.
I can imagine it because I really have it. I think it's about um, teaching people to de-stress or even stress less is to understand that life has ups and downs and things are going to come at you and you just kind of take it. You kind of take it like a cork on the waves and stay on top. If that makes sense. Like, I don't know if that even makes sense to somebody outside of the hypnosis world that it's really teaching people how to handle things differently. The stress doesn't help.
hmm
The stress doesn't help. How you handle it is what helps.
And we
How's
don't know
that?
how to handle it. I don't think most of us don't.
I don't think so. I think we're not taught. I think people are taught to set goals and chase their goals, and they're not really taught how to deal with when something goes off.
hmm
So I think that's where the stress comes in, or even reaction to other people. You know, what if in life we didn't have to react to the people that stress us out? And we all have them, of course.
Yeah.
But what if we didn't react? So that's
Oh,
kind of a tiny little piece of releasing stress.
it definitely is. But let me ask during the pandemic, right? The other part of the stress was like the burnout, right? You heard the term burnout, burnout, burnout. I mean, it was a lot of the healthcare professionals experiencing burnout, but I feel like burnout was just something that we've always had. We just never really labeled it
I,
so much, right? Like in our everyday lives, burnout and
yeah.
raising kids, work.
I kind of think again, it's we set our goals, we start like, and it might be as early as college age or high school age where people know kind of what they want to be, and they're striving towards that, and years of doing the same thing. And then you add a tweak like the pandemic,
hmm
and of course people burn out. It's like, oh my God, now what?
Yeah.
But I think the real thing that I teach in hypnosis is you're never stuck where you're at. And if you're stuck, we need to get you out of being stuck. Because okay, so you're a perfect example because I think you told me last time we talked, you've become a stay-at-home mom working from home.
You got it.
And
Yeah.
that was a great adaptation. You haven't given up your dreams or your goals. It was an adaptation that literally probably kept you from burning out.
Yes and no, right? I do miss being out and about in the social world. I mean, sometimes I work out in the field, but still, it's it's got it benefits to both. I would prefer the hybrid situation because when you're home, then it's you're home and there's always something going on at the home and it's
You
it's
know
got
what? I get that a lot where women are saying, I'm fortunate enough to have got one of those at-home jobs. But while you're at home and you're on this video screen, nobody's doing the dishes.
Once you think
Nobody's
about the
picking
things
up
around the
the
house that
clothes.
haven't been picked up since the morning breakfast and the dishes in the sink. Yeah, you're right.
Nobody's vacuuming. And so that's also going on in the back of your mind, right?
Yeah,
So yes, being at home is a wonderful like alternative for right now. That doesn't mean you give up your ultimate dream
sure.
because that will come in time.
Yeah.
Like many years ago, I too was a stay-at-home mom. And that was fortunately, I did not have to work my way through that. My husband supported us. My first husband, not
Got
but
it.
so and that to his credit, that was one of the things he did wonderfully. I got to be a stay-at-home mom, but I do also remember being a stay-at-home mom getting burnt out on that. Like
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
my
Wishing you
kids were
had a
both
job and were out
yeah,
and had someone else
yeah.
watch it.
When my kids were both in school full time, I got to go to work, and that was like a joy to me. Like
Mm-hmm.
I get to get out. So I think it's just burnout can be alleviated simply by knowing that there's something coming, that it's not just this for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Sense, yeah. And keeping your eye on the dream, keeping your eye on the dream. The dream may change.
Mm-hmm.
But the ultimate dream may change. Like when I started hypnosis, never dreamed I'd have offices in 2 states. Although at one time I had 3 offices in California, and that was kind of hectic because I like driving all over. But having 2 offices in 2 different states, you could take that as stressful, but
Or,
I enjoy where I'm at when I'm at. Like when I'm in Oklahoma, I have a beautiful woodsy view. I enjoy walks almost every day unless it's too cold. And
mm-hmm.
the one thing I miss in Oklahoma is I have dogs. And in California, like I get to come home to my dogs and my husband. I should have said that the other way around.
Yeah.
I get to come home to my husband and my dogs.
Aw.
And it's just like enjoying where you're at when you're there is the biggest thing, I think.
Yeah. Being in the moment and enjoying the moment. Ah,
Yes. Being present no matter what you're doing, while keeping an eye on that goal in the future, that beautiful goal in the future. I
ah.
also I help my mentoring students find those goals. Like I have this beautiful woman I'm teaching hypnosis right now. Her name is Sylvia. She came in, like originally just came in to experience hypnosis. And the minute she'd experienced it, she's like, this is what I've been looking for all of my life. And
Mm-hmm.
we ended up in training, and she does have a little one at home. I think her daughter is 3 or 4. But like every time I see her, she's like, hypnosis is my passion. And it's like because she can help other people, she'll be able to make money. She can work around her daughter's schedule, whatever that is, and becoming passionate about it is gorgeous. Now, in Oklahoma, I have another student who's completely different. She's a businesswoman. She is like spot on um, professional speaker,
On the go.
business mentorship coach. So she's like hard driven the other direction, but she's loving hypnosis because
Mm-hmm.
it gives her those moments to and it gives her lots of tools to help her clients in business, but it also gives her those moments where she can just let go and be at peace in that moment, which when someone's highly driven, that's really important too.
Sure is. Ah, sometimes it's hard, but I love this. So you get, I mean, let me ask you, with the way you are, with what you do, and you know how to do, because you know how to handle a lot of things with hypnosis, right?
Yeah,
Is there
yeah.
ever times that you feel burned down, or no, you have all these coping
I think
skills and
I've had phases of burnout,
okay. Oh, okay.
but then I think it's just a matter of sitting there and going, okay, I'm tired and I need to take care of myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still doing what I love. And at that moment in time, I might not necessarily be loving all the clients.
Got it.
But it's knowing that there are other options and I can book my own time. Probably at that point need to take a weekend off and go do nothing. And that's okay.
Wouldn't that be great? Yeah.
I'm trying to think like the last time I got burnt out, and seriously, I didn't realize I was burnt out. I have a mentor myself, and he said, Vicky, you're burning out. Knock it off. Oh, then it was like, okay, now, you know what? That's also when I decided to open the office in Oklahoma. And it's like making a shift.
And
I mean, I'm still a hypnotist. I'm still helping people the same way, but I needed to add something, I guess, on my own journey. So if that makes sense, never stop. I'm going to say this for me, it's never stop learning.
yeah.
Never stop learning. The minute I stop, I've always said this ever since I was back in college many years ago.
And
The minute I stop learning, I
mm-hmm.
might as well be dead, or I probably will be, because I love that new thing and that new book and that new learning and that new thing I can learn from my mentor, or even the new thing I can learn from a client. Because sometimes they have problems that as you're helping them solve the problems, you solve something in yourself.
Ah, true. Mm.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask also at this time to remind us how we can contact you, please.
Okay. So I'm in California this week. So California phone number is 661 209-2632. My website is revituphypnosis.com. And in Oklahoma, my phone number is 405-956-5098. And it's Oklahoma Hypnosis Centers with an S.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And also for today, we're talking about, well, I mean, hypnosis and all that you do. What other, items of this in particulars did you want to get into for today?
Well, I train in neuro-linguistic programming, and I have this very firm belief that once you learn it, you can't not use it. So neuro-linguistic programming is using language patterns to help people make change or helping yourself make change. So, and many famous people have used and taught neuro-linguistic programming. I firmly believe that you can't do hypnosis without it.
Okay.
So it's kind of part of my training. I don't even know how to explain it to you without going too long detail about NLP.
Yeah. Well, neuro-linguistic programming. I mean, because I've heard of it, we've talked about it before, but I mean, yeah, that could be, well, it could be an easy thing. I'll let you say however you want. We have 6 minutes left. So the more I talk, the less then we figure it out.
Okay, so again, it's using your language to make change. And like one of the things is like not. Not is a simple
Okay.
one, because every time you say not in your future and what you want, your unconscious mind can't understand the concept of not. Not, can't, won't, shan't, it can't. So it'll throw out the negative and give you what you don't want. So for example, with my weight loss clients, if they're saying, well, I don't want to eat chocolate cake, every time they say don't want to eat chocolate cake, your unconscious mind is throwing out the not and reminding you to eat chocolate cake. Now, I teach adults this way. So if you think of having a child and you say, don't go play in the street because it's dangerous,
Yeah.
the next thing you know, they'll be playing in the street.
Mm-hmm.
But if you say, go play in the backyard where all of the toys are, that's more likely to happen, because their unconscious mind, their little unconscious mind, and ours as adults do not understand the concept of not. So like if I say, don't think of a blue tree, what did you just think
I
of?
thought of a blue tree. I thought of the
See,
maple tree out front of my house, but with blue leaves. Oh, and
there you
well,
go.
I'm only good when someone says, "Hey, don't look behind you," and I'm like, "Uh-huh, I could do that one well. I won't look."
And you,
But no one's
oh,
ever.
see, that would make me go,
Most people
why?
go like this.
What? Yeah, why?
So oh gosh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Let me get out my makeup mirror.
Yeah. Oh, good one. Yep.
Yeah, that would be hard too. So that's the type of things that I teach in neurolinguistic programming. So for example, my students know not to give a hypnotic suggestion using the word not.
Mm-hmm.
They know that very well, and I will catch them at that if they slip up.
Yes, I think I can. I think I can. Just kind of like the book.
See, that's more positive. If
Yeah.
you said, I think I can't.
Mm-hmm.
But I also teach them how to use double negatives, like you cannot not,
Yeah.
which spins people's heads a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
Those are all just terminology. I think everybody needs to, one of the things that I offer, and I was taught by my mentor, by the way, I'm a founding member of the Master Hypnotist Society, which is like, you have to be asked in to get in that. It's not just anybody can join thing. You have to be asked in and trained by one of our trainers, and I'm a master trainer for the Master Hypnotist Society, which means I train the trainers. And one of the things that I forgot what I was talking about. One of the things that, oh, we do is a free screening. So all of our clients can do a free half-hour screening to determine if hypnosis is right for you. And what I always tell my clients, you have to be very comfortable with your hypnotist,
Mm-hmm.
and he or she has to be very comfortable with you. So that's why we do the free screening, so that they can get an idea of what hypnosis is going to feel like and what it isn't. It's not mind control. If I control minds,
People
we'd
are,
be having this conversation on a beach, drinking my
Amazing.
Thai.
Nice, nice. I'll bring the Pinot.
Okay. So that's kind of like I can't think of what else to say. Ask me another question. Oh,
Um,
I know.
well, is there something with hypnosis that would shock me, would shock everyone? You hear about weight loss, you hear about, you know, those type of intentions for stress, for this. Is there something in particular that, hypnosis has worked for or works on? And so I'd be like, what? I didn't know that. Like, could it help me
Uh,
be a better student? Could it make me smarter? Something.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I work a lot with students and test
Hmm.
anxiety, especially because and anxiety period, anxiety is that word that really is stress exacerbated. And it's one of those common words that we're hearing everywhere. Um, I have hypnosis techniques that stop anxiety like in 1 minute.
Yep.
That's kind of what people don't know.
All right. That's a good one in a minute. That's quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
And I teach every client 1 minute self-hypnosis so they can stop their own anxiety in 1 minute. They don't have to call me. Um, okay. I've had a lot of what I would call miracles coming from my office. And we can't say, yes, we can cure this or we can heal that. I don't
Hmm.
say that. I never say that. And I'm always surprised when these miracles happen. For example, I had a student and a client, this was years ago, who was a doctor doing his first oncology rotation and came up with stage 4 lung cancer. Now, he was seeing me for weight loss and then he had that diagnosis. So we shifted our focus and today he's like a head oncologist in Bakersfield. So like
Wow.
I cannot say that hypnosis did that.
But
He will say that it was
it,
very, very, like it was a big part of healing him. He also did medications that helped heal, but he said he couldn't have done it without the hypnosis. So that's the kind I get that kind of miracle all the time. And I can't say that
say
it
that.
works. I can't advertise it. I can't say it's a cure.
Hmm.
It's because it's not for everyone. It's
Yeah.
simply not for everyone. He happened to have the right mindset and the right background and did everything right. So
Amazing.
so he healed himself and he used hypnosis to do it. So I
Okay.
get a lot of those.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it'll give me goosebumps to hear
Those
stories
are
like that.
fun. Yeah, yeah, those are fun.
Ah,
Um, I, Here's a little weird one is I've had a lot of women that were having trouble getting pregnant
okay.
and came in and we did 1 or 2 hypnosis sessions and the next thing you know they're pregnant. Now, can I claim that? Nope.
But there's some significance to it.
But
Yes.
there's a lot of correlation to that. And several of my students have had that miracle happen too. And we can't say that that's a positively going to happen, but maybe it does. I don't.
I hear you.
Let's see
I
what
love
other.
it. I'm a
I
believer.
see. I think of my woman. I had a woman that smoked 55 years and was smoking 3 packs a day,
Mm.
and she quit her first session. And like 3 weeks, and I was seeing her for 3 sessions, so 1 a week for 3 weeks. And on the third week, her neurologist, who had told her if she didn't quit smoking, she was going to die, said, "Oh," and this is one of the things the medical world will say, "You're not a non-smoker until you've quit for a year." And she called him a naughty name and said, "I am a non-smoker. I quit using hypnosis." And
Oh
it
my
was
gosh.
and she had smoked, she was 66, had smoked since she was 11, and was smoking 3 packs a day and quit her first session, which by the way, surprised me. Like I thought we're gonna have to cut her back like half
Mm-hmm.
and then
No,
half. But no, first session, boom. But she was that determined. Again, it was based on her determination that it worked.
awesome. Well, we are out of time. I didn't realize it. My goodness. Yes, we
Oh,
have to go.
okay.
Oh, wow. Well, we got a late start with the mix up, but how do we reach out to you in either location?
RevItUpHypnosis.com or OklahomaHypnosisCenters.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Pleasure having you back here, and we'll talk again. Are we on next week?
No, I think I don't have any more booked.
Oh, well, okay. Well, it's great getting to know you. I won't say goodbye. I'll say till next time.
That's good. I like that.
Thank you so much. Pleasure having you
Okay.
here then. Thank you, really.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day.
Bye-bye.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.